You're watching Swipe. Coming up on the show this week.
Angela's putting fitness trackers to the test in the land of the midnight sun. Exercise gets shocking when I take on an electric workout. And stay tuned for some exergaming too. Our reviewer's got the titles to keep you moving.
Now, it's mid-January, and we all know what that means. You've probably already given up on your New Year's resolution to get fit. Well, guess what? We're not going to let you, because on this week's episode, we're going to show you the tech to help you stick to your exercise goals. I'll be explaining my funny looking suit shortly, but first, Angela has been putting fitness trackers to the test while running a Polar Night half marathon in Norway.
Over 1,000 runners from 35 countries descended on Tromsø to take part in a 13.1-mile race in extreme conditions. And I took on the challenge armed with some of the latest fitness trackers to see how the data collected on my run compared. The wearable electronics industry is worth an estimated $20 billion, or nearly £14 billion. And with some of the biggest names in tech cashing in, there's no shortage of new devices competing to help you achieve your fitness goals.
So for this run, I've got 6 fitness trackers to put to the test, specifically for a running activity. They've obviously got lots of different functions. They all track your sleep and do all sorts of different things. But for this one, I've set them all just specifically for a run. So with me, if you just have a quick look here, I've got the Misfit Flash, I've got the Fitbit Surge, I've got the latest Garmin Vivo Smart HR, I've got the latest Jawbone Up 3, I've got the Microsoft Band and the latest TomTom Cardio Spark with the music as well. So let's give them a go. So just to show you, the Microsoft Band says we've been running for an hour and a half. I've burnt 785 calories and my heart rate hit 155. Having a look on the other wrist, you can actually scroll through these devices and see how many miles you've run, what your average pace is. You can look at your heart rate and calories, distance and time as well. Obviously the Misfit Flash doesn't have a built-in display, and neither does the Jawbone Up 3, so I'll have to check that data when I'm finished. Half marathon complete, so let's see what the expert has to say about the data.
So let's look at some of the stats that these 6 devices captured on Angela's half marathon in Norway. If we start with distance, now it's worth pointing out that the TomTom Spark had to be synced with a laptop. Angela tells me she didn't have one, so that captured data on the day. You couldn't then look at it afterwards. And it's also worth pointing out the Jawbone Up is way over at 17.78 miles here. A very good time if that was the case. But I think the best one here, obviously clearly, is the Fitbit Surge. It's just over the 13.1. That's probably because she meandered through the course slightly, which shows that it was very accurate. There's a reason that they are the market leader at the moment. Now, if we go on to calories, the only interesting point here is the Misfit Flash. Now, this probably didn't work out that Angela was running, hadn't been told that she was running, and therefore has basically done its best job possible. But because they're wrist-based, it means that as soon as you start wailing your arms around, it's going to capture as many calories as possible. But if we look at heart rate, it's a very similar story from across all of them. Misfit Flash doesn't have a heart rate monitor, so it's not registering there. But otherwise, it's given as best accurate sort of measurement as possible. If you wanted to get better measurements, you'd obviously wear a dedicated heart rate monitor strap. And it kind of sums up what activities trackers are all about at the moment. It's not necessarily about improving your peak performance on a half marathon, but more about tracking whether you're walking enough during the day or sleeping or what have you, and that's kind of where they're at. So Angela did really put these to the test, probably more than they were designed to do.
I may have put the devices to the test, but my experiment was not scientific. The trackers offered a close estimation of my activity, but the data also indicates complete accuracy is still to be desired. Angela Barnes, Sky News.
Coming up in a moment, my body's in for a shock as I begin some electric muscle stimulation training. That's after a roundup of some of this week's tech news.
We love innovation here on Swipe, so check out this alarm clock mat. Ruggy really makes sure you get out of bed because you need to stand on it for at least 3 seconds in order to stop the alarm. And you can program it with positive affirmations to help put you in the right mood too.
Come on, you can do it! Do it now! And have a wonderful day!
The project's launched on crowdfunding site Kickstarter. A new app designed to help stop you from undermining yourself in emails has been downloaded nearly 100,000 times in around 140 countries since launching last month. The Just Not Sorry plugin underlines words and phrases that could make you appear less confident, like just, sorry, and I think. At the moment, the app works on Gmail in Chrome. A team in New Zealand have developed headphones that sense what you're doing and respond to your actions, so you can stop or pause music by simply taking them out. You can use SensiBuds on Android and iOS. The project's currently raising money on Indiegogo.
Jumping jack at the top here. Girlfriend, you got 10 seconds. Come on.
Stick around for our games review. We've got the titles helping you to have fun and get fit at the same time.
You have electrodes for the abdominals, you have electrodes for the back.
Now, remember
you have,
that electric
armbands here,
workout I mentioned
triceps,
earlier?
And also you have quadriceps, glutes and hamstring electrodes in there, so we're going to directly stimulate them all through the exercises.
Well, these are quite light.
They'll be amplified by the suit. It'll be about 150 times harder than what you normally would do.
150 times harder.
Exactly, so it's going to be, these weights here are going to feel like they'll be at 20-30 kilos after a little while.
All right, let's try it. Oh, oh no, that's really strong. Take it down a bit.
There we go. Good work.
That's a really weird sensation.
Basic moves feel pretty tough when you're being shocked at the same time.
But isn't this dangerous for my nervous system?
No, it's not. It mimics what actually happens in the neural system. So what we're doing, we're just spiking that little system. Your brain is already sending your muscles electrical impulses, so we're just really mimicking what's happening in there. You can feel your abs being worked, you can feel your glutes, your hamstrings. The whole time, every part of your body's been worked over.
Neuro insists anyone can have a go at this kind of electric muscle stimulation workout.
And there haven't been any dangerous long-term effects, are you sure?
No, the research is out there been a long time now, and it comes from the medical background. It's from physios, your TENS machines, so the same. Here you go, work it through it, just push through it, there we go. Keep going, push through it. There we go, well done.
Now, as you get more advanced, do you just increase the intensity?
The burn's really kicking in now. But if you're short on time, it's this sort of technology Neuro reckons you'll want to include in your exercise regime.
What we do is a 25-minute equivalent to an hour and a half in the gym. And more people with the busy lifestyle and busy schedules that they have are turning to technology to get what they want.
Now look, if throwing on electrode suits or running marathons just isn't your thing, don't worry, we've got plenty of other options for you. Here's Chris with a roundup of games to get you moving.
Fitness stuff. I mean, it's a new year, which means a lot of us are telling ourselves that we're going to start running and doing things and moving around, which clearly, as you look at me, I'm an expert at. So there's a lot of things out there that are sort of games as well that can get you fit. It's called Zombie Run. The idea is, like you get the 10K, like Couch to 10K kind of apps. It's one of those, but you occasionally get chased by zombies. With this, it's zombies are going to kill you, which is a pretty good incentive to move, and it's got a story. Like, there's a little base camp you've got to go to. You're collecting things for the base camp. If the zombies get you, you lose all the things that you were collecting for the base camp, so people you're trying to look after will die and stuff like that. And it's got XP and you can level up and all that good stuff. So it's just a fun way of running. Just Dance 2016, it's probably the best sort of dancing game out there. There's a few, but this has probably been my favourite one throughout all the ones I've played. Now, Just Dance 2016, it hasn't really changed the formula that much. Dancing, it's good times. You can have up to 6 people at the same time playing it. You'll link your smartphone to the game, and then you can all do the cool moves and stuff like that. And you look stupid, but if you involve some drinks, you're having a good time. But then, this is fitness, so low-calorie drinks, just remember that. Xbox Fitness, if you've got an Xbox One, you've already got Xbox Fitness as long as you've got the gold membership stuff, which everyone pretty much does. That's how you play online and watch things.
Hey everybody, welcome to the mother of all X workouts.
It's ridiculous. I can't do extreme fitness, but beginner's fitness is quite good. And you've got a personal trainer on screen telling you everything to do. The Kinect tracks all your muscles and stuff like that, because it's a crazy piece of kit. Like, you can see yourself represented as like a sort of skeleton with muscles and stuff on the screen moving around. It will pop up things on screen saying like, oh, your friend did it at like this time. Like, oh, he did it way quicker than you, so you should maybe speed up. And you're like, oh yeah, I want to beat my friend. Yeah, he sucks. So I'll run a little harder and stuff like that. So it's fun, kind of.
Let's see it on 3. You know what to say. 1, 2, 3, bring it!
Now you're probably thinking, Guitar Hero Live, that's clearly nothing to do with fitness. You look like a man who's got nothing to do with fitness. You've tried to sneak in a game that's got nothing to do with fitness, but you would be wrong.
This might sound familiar.
With Guitar Hero Live, if you don't play it like I do, which is just sort of sitting down, like I do that, like I just sit, which isn't the way you should do it in this example. You stand up, you move around, you have fun with friends, you do it 2-play, you're jumping around, all that stuff. So there you go, playing a tiny little plastic pretend guitar, and you're losing weight. Bonus.
Yes! One again. Rematch.
Right, that's me done. Take a look at Sky News on mobile and iPad for some bonus features from this week's episode, including a closer look at some of those fitness trackers from Angela's report. See you again next week. Bye-bye.